And thank you for joining me today on NASENI Milestones. It has always been a time for the science and technology family to x-ray the methodical internalization of homegrown technology championed by the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI. We have been on the zonal training which the agency embarked upon following a presidential directive. Last week, NASENI held a week-long training in Kano for the Northwest Zone. The training was on modern auto diagnostic skills, repairs and maintenance of auto vehicles. This is a special training of a section of Nigerians we refer to as mechanics. The challenge stemmed from the advent of cars known as millennium cars, most of which have inbuilt characteristics and automation designed and manufactured through a combination of mechanical and electrical features into one. So many auto mechanics in Nigeria trained in the 1980s and the 90s were not exposed to these modern automobile products during apprenticeship and on-the-job experience. Therefore, this section of Nigerians could be out of job unless and until they get upgraded. And that's NASENI's concern in Kano and the Northwest Zone as a whole. Many car owners have had their cars damaged due to wrong diagnosis of faults in their vehicles, oftentimes leading to car abandonment as a result of guesswork by the auto mechanics. And to address this knowledge gap, NASENI has now trained 100 young Nigerians in the profession of auto mechanics as time of trial and error is over. I tell you what, Kano is a Nigerian city where the latest models of various automobile products are available, and this informed the choice of Kano for the flag off of the intervention for the Northwest Zone. Kano is also the commercial nerve center of northern Nigeria, hence the choice of that city. The new NASENI, led by engineer Professor Mohammed Sani Haruna, is bent on giving the nation's workforce general upgrade of skills and competencies to prepare them for the current phase of economic development, which is knowledge-based. Welcome to NASENI Milestones, where we celebrate homegrown technology. I am Kierian Umeayo. Please do stay with us. The training of 100 Northwest-based auto mechanics in Kano is in tandem with the vision of President Muhammadu Buhari to re-empower the youths with modern international best practice in the maintenance of millennium auto cars and other vehicles. Beneficiaries were drawn from the states that constitute the Northwest Zone of the country, namely Jigawa, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Sokoto, and Zamfara. In his remarks at the flag-off of the training, Executive Vice Chairman of NASENI, Engineer Professor Mohammed Sani Haruna, further explains the rationale for the special skills training.
This program is in the first phase of Northwest Regional Skill Development of National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI, in the implementation series of President Muhammadu Buhari GCFR's directives to the agency to ensure development of skills of our teeming youths necessary for job creation and self-employment generation. The occupational trade and advanced skill development selected for Kano in this historical cosmopolitan city could not have come at a better time. Kano of yesterday and today is a true representative of both rural and urban Nigeria, with all nationalities living peacefully and thriving commercially. The latest model of any automobile, like other things, are available in Kano. This also informed the selection of this city, especially for this specialty of gainful employment for capacity building and development and intervention. The ingenuity and creativity of Nigerians is not in doubt when it comes to ability and capacity to observe operation, structure, body buildings and assemblings of passenger and cargo vehicles is common. They are able to diagnose faulty mechanical components and systems and restore functionality of vehicles without having a prior training in the methods of conventional or first and second generation vehicles, even through trial and errors. Their innovation has provided employment for large able men who might not even have a formal education. They diagnose and repair, even though it is largely based on trial and error. This training is to equip the participants with advanced troubleshooting tools and complete occupational resources required to repair any automobile that employ sensory and auto trainings. The trainees are carefully selected from those who are earning their livings as motor mechanics, but requiring these advanced methods to qualify and repair modern vehicles and enhance efficiency. They are expected to equally train others and have automatic membership of NASENI platform for online continuous knowledge acquisition and experience sharing in this dynamic area of their choosing occupation.
Speaking on the occasion, Secretary to the Kano State Government, Alhaji Usman Alhaji, expressed the gratitude of Kano State Government and residents of the ancient city for NASENI's intervention, which he described as critical in curtailing unemployment in Nigeria, as well as meeting the needs of automobile vehicle owners already expressing frustration in poor maintenance of their vehicles.
Believe me, in most advanced countries, the main purpose of government is really to move people from poverty to prosperity, to move people from unemployment to employment, so that this becomes really a measure of success or failure. On behalf of His Excellency, the Governor of Kano State, the government of Kano State, the people of Kano State, to sincerely and most profoundly thank and appreciate the Executive Vice Chairman, NASENI, for this training and for choosing Kano to be the place to conduct and to choose the people. I've always made this call on federal government, federal organizations, that Kano State occupies a very unique position in the sense that it is the most populated state in the country, and indeed probably one of the states struggling to ensure that our youth have become useful members of our society. I want to thank mostly the Honorable Member Alassane Ado and our also Honorable Member Alhaji Mustafa Bala for working assiduously to ensure that this program happens here in Kano. We thank you, we appreciate you for representing us very well at the national level. And I want to thank you also for serving your people very well.
Science, technology, and innovation hold the key to the progress and development of any nation. In Nigeria, the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI, is the catalyst for a paradigm shift from the utilization of conventional manufacturing technologies to advanced manufacturing technologies. Through its development institutes across the nation, NASENI is involved in the areas of reverse engineering, nanotechnology, advanced class content, education tools, agricultural equipment, and pioneering projects in the manufacture of solar plant models, electrical and electronic products, multi-purpose machinery, and lots more. Join us on NASENI Milestones and learn more about nurturing an appropriate and dynamic science and engineering infrastructure base for achieving home-initiated and home-sustained industrialization for Nigeria. NASENI, creating enabling environment for local mass production of standard parts, goods and services required for Nigeria's technological achievement. House of Reps member and Majority Leader Honorable Alhassan Ado Dogoa commended President Buhari's vision of adopting the deployment of science and technology in the fight to ensure that many more Nigerians are gainfully employed. He described NASENI as a crucial agency in the propagation of Executive Order 5, which is on local content in our production process.
One, I have to say it, that Alhassan Ado, who is absent here, is equally engaged in some other engagement in the federal level. Event, it was so important to him because he is part of it and he has been participating, with this agency, more especially in providing this kind of job opportunities or training for his people at his own constituency. We at that level who are known to him, we know what he has been doing, at least to uplift the youth in his area. And what he has been doing equally, at least to make sure that at least there is job opportunities for other people even across the country. Therefore, this training is equally so important to him. And to him also, he wants to extend to the participant his goodwill to you and wish you, successful deliberation. And, for those who are going to be trained, he wishes those that are going to be trained to equally train others outside. Don't feel that you are trained here and you wanted to hide what you have trained. Go and take it outside. Share it with other youth, because this kind of training is going to be so important, and it will serve as even a way of securing our youth, employing our youth, so that at least at the end everybody will be happy across the nation.
Other speakers extolled the good works of NASENI and the ingenuity of its personnel in technology application in addressing societal problems.
I must commend the NASENI for this initiative, because most of our vehicles now are mechanical and electronics. That's mechatronics. It is time has passed that you now go along a roadside and look for a mechanic to start looking at your car. You have to get somebody who is a specialist that are undergoing vocational training on this modern technology to diagnose a vehicle using a computer system that you can just plug into the vehicle and also identify or get the problem and also resolve the problem. Because most of the issues are now replacement of parts. So finally, we have to sincerely thank you for
for this initiative. And as you show love to Kano State indigents, we pray to Almighty Allah to guide you, to give you the courage and determination, the ability to give us more. Because when you look at globally, when you look at other nations, it's not everybody that goes to the university to study engineering. Because now, when you look globally, any course you are studying, either medical sciences, engineering, computer science, Hausa, it's a must. So which means that China, they are over 1.5 billion population. But everybody is working in China. And those people that undergo vocation are the people that we are bringing into the country. We are paying them equivalent of 700,000, 1 million have gone through a training, vocational training. So it's the only thing that you can do. Whether government has given you a job or government has not given you a job, you can stand on your own and also benefit and teach other people and employ more people. So I'm urging the participants to know that you are first among the equals because you've been selected to undergo this vocational training on the modern technology of diagnosing vehicles, problems and faults so that you can now get them repairs.
The program is organized by the federal government through the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, through NASENI, to empower youth of almost all the part of Nigeria. Kano and the Southwest is benefiting their own now. We have a word of advice for the participants. You have gone through this training. You have testified that you have benefited. You are equally going to be empowered with the materials. May you not sell it. May you not sell it. May you use it to grow your business and by extension your family, both immediate and external family, so that the benefit for which the government designed for this program can be achieved. And we equally want to encourage the people that nominated you to please follow them up. We have set up a WhatsApp group for the training to be continuous. If they have challenge, they can liaise directly with the consultant on the WhatsApp for any areas they want improvement. And so the training is as good as a continuous one. We have downloaded some programs on how to diagnose faults on motors on their phone. Is that true? You have it on your phone, and so they will be able to do that on their own. This we have done. We have done a lot of practical using the vehicles here to show how the equipment we are giving to them can be used. Did we do that? So that is what we have been able to do. The rest is a follow-up from you to ensure that the objective of the federal government is achieved in this training.
In medicine and in auto mechanics, the beginning of your problem is diagnosis. Human beings without proper diagnosis are treated wrongly with wrong prescriptions. Similarly, vehicles. Thank God, when I was called yesterday to come and do and represent the leader here, it happened that something happened to me that made me to sleep overnight in Kaduna on Monday. After having our lunch, we were just to take off from Kaduna to Kano. The car refused to start. It took us a whole 5 hours on Monday, and we had to pass the night. They called the mechanic that used to service our vehicle from Kano to Kano. But before he arrived, somebody came with a bigger computer, and they said they have gotten a bigger computer. That made the whole thing, and they got about 80,000 for the computer. So this is practically something that happened to me about 48 hours ago. So what you people are, apart from the experience and the knowledge that nobody can take, appreciative of what NASENI has done, please convey our message that the people of the three federal representative constituencies are very happy with NASENI.
At the end of the training, participants were handed over complete auto tools such as OBD-11 auto diagnostic scanner, coverall, safety helmet, safety goggle, respiratory mask, t-shirt, face cap, training tag, training bag to include manual program pad, tag, and other vital materials. Dr. Mrs. Ezanyana Saw, Deputy Director, Research and Development, NASENI, who represented the Executive Vice Chairman, admonished the beneficiaries to deploy their new tools and endeavor to train their professional colleagues to escalate the new approach to auto vehicle maintenance.
There anything that has beginning always have an end. And today marks the end of NASENI Skill Acquisition Training and Youth Empowerment, organized in Kano, for the implementation of President Muhammad Buhari directive to NASENI to ensure youth training and development of skills. You know, this is just in for the Northwest, region. We are starting with Kano. We will see get across to other states. All protocols duly observed. As we move on to an urgent duty, I just came to say a simple tax. I always say it's a simple tax, but it's a very important tax. You know, I want us to know that no duty is more urgent than Thanksgiving. There is a saying by Stephen King. He says that don't let the sun go down without saying thank you to someone, because nobody gets far alone. You must succeed with someone. And so, the heart that gives thanks is a happy one. Okay, that is why in NASENI, we have this attitude of gratitude. We have this attitude of thanksgiving. So on behalf of my Chief Executive, Vice Chairman, the Chief Executive of NASENI, Professor M.S. Haruna, I always call him the high flyer, the architect of new NASENI. And once again, on behalf of the EVC, I want to say, first of all, a big thank you to Almighty God, who has made it possible for us to come to an end of this very occasion. We thank God for His grace and for His mercies.
Well, to be honest, I'm very happy, especially with the way the management of the NASENI is trying and doing its best to make sure that both the participant and special guests have learned everything they urged us and want us to learn, especially with the way the modern system of the way mechanics are doing it now. It shows that many ways of eradicating problems or repairing the cars are now in the systematic way. And they find their time, they try their best to make sure that all the participants have learned one or two things and make sure that they have put it into practice.
First of all, we have to thank Almighty Allah for giving us opportunity out of millions of people of Kano State. And He chose us to attend this seminar or workshop. So we are very happy with this achievement, because it is an achievement to the state and to the federation in general. And we want to thank our people or our representatives who are there in the assembly, who they work tirelessly to see these programs come to our side. And it happens, we are here and we are closing today, and we achieve a lot from these programs. And finally, the government is going to give us materials or equipment, sophisticated equipment that are going to help us in our career. So we thank Almighty Allah and we thank our representatives.
I'm very impressed because there's a lot of new things I haven't known, and now I know them. And a lot of tools that have been given to us to empower us, to encourage us, new modern system tools. And I appreciate it, and I learn a lot from it. All my people that are there, I will tell them what I learned from here, and we will help each other. We are living in a village, we don't know modern things, but now I have seen a lot of change,
and modern scanner and tools that they have been given to us. And thanks to President Mohammed Buhari that thinks of us. We are local mechanic and think about us that he should empower us and teach us modern techniques.
It has become increasingly necessary for Nigeria's auto technicians in our city streets and communities to upgrade their knowledge and skills in line with the emerging automobile models being churned out across the globe. Electric cars are gradually gaining popularity across the globe, and we must, as a nation, be prepared to develop the competencies and general upgrade of skills of the workforce in the automobile subsector as it concerns science, technology, and innovation. We just brought you a training of over 100 auto mechanics in Kano by the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, all on NASENI Milestones. I am Kierian Umeayo. Thank you for watching Think Technology. I'll see you again next week.